Hi there everyone! Welcome back to English with Catherine. I know there are even more subscribers since last week, so absolutely cannot believe it, and wow, thank you so much! I've got lots of new ideas for videos, kind of inspired by your comments, your lovely supportive comments and suggestions, so thank you. I hope you've had a lovely week and that it's sunny in your country. Finally, the summer weather has arrived. So, talking of sunshine, we are now in summer, apparently. This is now the summer, it's June. So I have decided to make a video for you about language for the summer. We've got 2 phrasal verbs and we've also got some pronunciation tips coming so you can pronounce each one of them perfectly. I can't wait to show you them, so let's get started. Number 1, muggy, muggy, muggy. This is describing weather that is quite rare in the UK, and it's that kind of weather that's almost humid, so it's sticky and it's stuffy. It almost feels like when you walk outside, you're walking into a sauna. And you will hear British people saying, "Gosh, it's really muggy outside, isn't it?" We always comment on the weather, if it's good or bad, and we are definitely going to comment on the weather if it's muggy, because it's very rare. Although the summer of 2018 was absolutely boiling in the UK, absolutely out of the blue, this crazy hot weather came and everyone was saying, "Oh, it's so muggy, oh, it's so muggy." It's never good enough, it's either too hot or too cold here. Pronunciation tip, you want to stress the first syllable, so mug, muggy, muggy. It's almost like a soft sound at the start, so muggy, muggy, muggy. Number 2, to cool down, to cool down, to cool down. So here we have a phrasal verb, very useful for the summer, when you get really hot and you just need to reduce the temperature and feel more comfortable. And there are various ways to do this in Britain. A lot of families have an inflatable paddling pool in the garden, so the children can play in the little pool and cool down. I'm sure it's the same in your country. Or you can have an ice lolly to cool down. That's also very refreshing and effective. But when it's really hot in the UK, we say, let's have a dip in the sea to cool down. If you're on a beach, of course. Pronunciation tip, cool, cool. Quite difficult to say. We don't want cool. We don't want an oo sound. We want a ool, like the word all, cool, cool down. If you find this difficult, just say the word cool and then down. So make sure you stress the first word, cool down. That's why English has a kind of musicality to it, because we have stress on certain words. And the word cool is important in this phrasal verb because that carries the meaning. Number 3, scorching, scorching, scorching. Great word. It just sounds like it has a lot of energy to it. It means boiling hot. The hottest weather imaginable. In this context, that's what it means. You can use scorching for other contexts of boiling hot, so a scorching hot pan if you're cooking, but this is in the context of summer language. So on very special days in the summer, it does go above 30 degrees, and this is now considered to be scorching territory, especially for Brits who are not used to this kind of weather. So you will hear on public transport or wherever you hear conversations happening, it's absolutely scorching. How are we going to deal with this weather? Especially in London, when you're using the underground train, it's pretty hellish, I would say, because there's no air conditioning, because Britain is never prepared for this scorching kind of weather. And every time it happens, everyone's like, why is there no air conditioning? Why don't we have this? But I guess in our defence, it's so rare to have this kind of weather. It's quite difficult to prepare for it, I suppose. Pronunciation tip, don't pronounce the R. I've said before, you've got to just take it away. Forget it exists. So score, scorching, scorching. It's almost like a W sound, so score, scorching. Make sure you stress the first syllable. Number 4, shade, shade, shade. Often used with the shade. Okay, let me tell you what it means. So when it's really hot and the sun is coming down on you, you need to find the shade. And that is anywhere that's sheltered from the sun. So that could be a tree or an awning coming off a restaurant or a cafe. I love to look for shade underneath a willow tree. It's pretty dreamy to lie under a willow tree when it's sunny weather, the sun's just coming through the leaves, and you're reading a novel and you've got a glass of Pimm's or lemonade or something. Oh. But often you will hear people in pub gardens saying, we need to find a table with some shade, and that means a parasol that you can put up so you're not all just going to boil in the sunshine when you're drinking. Pronunciation tip? Pretty easy this one, but make sure you make a alphabet A sound, so it sounds like the letter A in the alphabet. So shade, shade. Number 5, sizzling, sizzling, sizzling. Here is my example of onomatopoeia. So let me explain. This means to be cooking, okay? But the sound almost sounds like when it's cooking. So sizzling is kind of related to the sound, and that's what onomatopoeia means. The word itself is actually describing what it means. So we often use sizzling to talk about burgers and sausages on the barbecue. They're like cooking. They're sizzling on the barbecue. You can also make a joke and say that you are sizzling in the sunshine. If you need to put on some sun cream and you feel like you're burning, we can say, gosh, I'm sizzling. Where's the sun cream? And there's a really good tongue twister to practice this one. Here it is. 6 sausages slowly sizzling in the sun. 6 sausages slowly sizzling in the sun. 6 sausages slowly sizzling in the sun. Try it. It's really fun. Pronunciation tip. You want a really strong Z sound in the middle. So you really need to stress that because that's what gives the word the onomatopoeic quality. So it makes it sound like what it's describing. So sizzling, sizzling. Number 6, put on, put on, put on. We have another phrasal verb. So this one is so useful because it really means to put on anything on your body. And in the summer, that could be a multitude of things. For example, sun cream. You put on sun cream. Make sure you use factor 50 on your face because that's the strongest type of sun cream. My shoulders always catch the sun, so I always put 50 on my shoulders, and I put on here 50 as well because it's quite delicate skin. And you can also put on your bikini, your swimming shorts, your swimming costume. We also put on makeup. We also put on clothes in general. When the temperature drops a little bit, you might want to put on a light jacket or a cardigan. You can also put on a sun hat and sunglasses. These 2 things I really need to get because I don't have either. I'm really bad. I don't like things on my head, just find it really annoying. But I realise if you sit with your head in the sun, it's really not good for you. And also sunglasses are good for protecting your eyes. So I need to get both. And then I will put them on. Pronunciation tip. We've got a schwa sound in put. We don't want to hear put. Put. It's that sound, that schwa. I'm definitely going to make a video on the schwa. Don't worry, it's coming. Put on. Again, you're going to stress the first word because it carries the most meaning, right? Put. So put on. Put on. And really, to make it sound really natural, you're going to blend those together. You're not going to say put on. You're going to kind of blend them. So put on is much, much more natural. Put on sun cream, put on a bikini, put on a sun hat. Number 7, pear, pear, pear. Now you might not know this word because the pronunciation is probably different to what you're saying. I should have put this in a commonly mispronounced words video because I hear this being mispronounced all the time. I hear it being said as pear, pear, but it's not. It's like the word hair with a P. So hair, pear. There's no R. So let's do the pronunciation tip first. There's no R. You just want to say it like the word hair or air, and it sounds like that, pear. So in the summer, pears are finally in season, which means they're ripe and ready to eat. I'm sure you'll agree, a ripe pear is one of the most wonderful experiences ever. To bite into a beautifully ripe pear is a very rare experience here. They're usually rock hard or overripe, so to get them when they're at their best is pretty great. They're definitely in my top 5 favourite fruits. Do you agree? Number 8, sun-kissed, sun-kissed. Sun-kissed. I love this expression. So to be sun-kissed, it's basically like being kissed by the sun. So it's about the way you look. So you have a bit of a tan. Now a tan in English is what we use to refer to the colour that your skin goes in the sunshine. Hopefully you can go a lovely golden colour in the sun and not burn too easily. If you've got fair skin, you're probably not going to tan so easily. So we can use it like a verb, or we can use it as a noun. So I want to get a tan would be the noun use, and I don't tan easily would be the use as a verb. Going back to sun-kissed though, that is just a lovely thing to say to someone. You look really sun-kissed. Just means you look well, you've been in the sun, you've taken the vitamin D and your skin looks glowing. We can also say, you look like you've caught the sun. This can sometimes refer to someone who's gone a bit overboard with the sunshine though, which could be they look a little bit burnt. But sun-kissed is perfect. Don't go any further, just leave it at that and you will look lovely. So pronunciation tip, it is important to stress sun, not kissed. If you say sun-kissed, it just almost sounds like a totally different word or a totally different expression to me. It doesn't carry properly in the meaning. So make sure you say sun-kissed. Sun-kissed. Stress that first word. And we want a short I in kiss. We do not want to hear kissed. Okay, kissed. Just say it really quickly and I promise it will sound perfect. One more point, sorry. Don't pronounce the E. So the ED is almost like a T sound. And so we're not going to say kissed. It's kissed. Kissed. Good luck. Number 9. Sunbathe. 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 So a lot of people don't know the verb that we use that just means lying in the sun. I've heard lots of different ways to describe this in English by my students, but I always tell them we say sunbathe. To sunbathe is to lie in the sun and have the sun shine down on you and, you know, make you look sun-kissed. I like sunbathing, but I do get bored of it quite easily. I like reading a book in the sun, but quite often I just get a bit bored and I'll just wander off and go and find the local shops or something. But I'm kind of jealous of those people that can lie in the sun or sunbathe for hours on end. I would love to be that relaxed as a person to be able to do that. I think maybe I've just got a short attention span and I just need to do something. Let me know in the comments if you're also like me. But yeah, there's nothing better than sunbathing with a pina colada in your hand and a good book. Oh, that does sound like paradise. Pronunciation tip, we've got a really strange sound in this one. So it's like the sound in the. So sunbathe, sunbathe. Okay, you're not going to do a breathy, airy TH. No, it's a voiced TH. So sunbathe, sunbathe. Stress the first syllable. And as you can probably hear, there's an alphabet A sound in that word, so make sure you make it sound like the letter A in the alphabet. Sunbathe, bathe. Number 10, peony, peony, peony. This is one of my favourite flowers. They are so beautiful. They're really puffy and frilly. They're like a rose, but they're bigger. And they are just stunning. They have big frilly petals and they're usually pink, but I'm sure you can get them in other colours too. And they are in season in the summer. So you see the beautiful summer roses in people's gardens and then you see peonies if they've got them growing. Pronunciation tip. So this word looks a bit confusing to say, doesn't it? It's got quite a few vowels in it, but let's break it down. P, you're going to stress that first syllable too. So schwa in the second syllable, peony, really long E sound at the end, peony, peony, and then when you speed it up, it sounds like how it's supposed to sound, so peony, peony. And that's the end of the video. I hope it's put you in the summer mood. I certainly love making videos by the season because I just love celebrating each season. It's a really nice way to stay present on Earth when there's so much going on around. It's a nice way to punctuate life, I think. Let me know in the comments which one was your favourite. I'm always so keen to read your comments and reply to them. I love them. I just find it such a fun thing to do, just scrolling and replying and reading. I hope you have a lovely summer, and there's going to be a few more videos that are summer themed, so look forward to those ones. Please hit subscribe if you liked my video. That would be amazing. I always say that because I'm just so grateful for that. You can follow me on Instagram if you follow all the details in the description box. There's also a free ebook that you can download. And I'm wishing you a wonderful, lovely, perfect weekend, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye.